Hello there and welcome back to the Zero Credentials F1 podcast. I'm here today with Nelly to discuss the upcoming Australian Grand Prix for the start of the season. Lots of exciting stuff to talk about. You ready for this, Nelly?
2026, baby, let's go.
I can't actually today run the intro because we've rebranded. We've had a big rebranding for season 2. What is going to be a very big season 2. So I wanted to show that off because our counterpart, our producer, our behind the scenes man, Whites, has put together a new brand, and it is this here.
Man's got
Zero
skills.
Credentials.
Man's got skills. Thank you.
F1 podcast.
That looks really solid, doesn't it? Let us know in the comments what you think of it, but I'm in love with that.
We're going
Who are those two funky chunky monkeys, eh? Look at that. Wow, that's cool. I look more and more like a badger every day with the white flash of hair.
We're going
outrageous.
We're going big this year, mate. We're going big, so we needed a big new rebrand.
We still don't have any credentials on, no?
We've
got style, but not credentials.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Haven't got a clue what we're on about in terms of talking about the actual reality of Formula One.
But the production value's gone to another level now. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
We are producing nonsense at a high at a high level. We're just a couple of fans, a couple of long-term F1 fans who have some opinions and are going to share them with you, whether you like it.
We are the trophy bride of F1. We're rubbish to talk to, but we look absolutely spectacular. So enjoy it for that, if nothing else.
I mean, I've always wanted a race weekend companion, and I found that in you and Whites over the years. So we wanted to bring some of that joy and sharing to the world.
It's just fun, isn't it? It's great fun.
Yeah.
And we're ostracised often by our wider circle of friends who just don't like power, excitement and jeopardy. But that's their loss and not ours. But it's fun. We have a great time doing it, and it's really nice to have a bit of a chat, and hopefully you get something out of it, those of you who are watching. So we'll keep doing it for as long as we enjoy it, and we keep enjoying it. Exactly.
And we put out the season 2 started a couple of weeks ago because we were talking about testing, and we shared a few concerns about the new regulations, which I think quite a few people have got. The drivers don't seem particularly excited about it, and there's some battery talk that we're not particularly looking forward to. However, I have been caning. In fact, I've finished season 8. Last season's Drive to Survive. And I've got to say, I'm absolutely buzzing for it again.
Are you hyped? You're feeling it? No spoilers, though. No spoilers, because I'm going to binge on it tomorrow.
I'm not going to do any spoilers, but there was just some good stories. There were some good stories over last season, and a good championship battle. And I think Drive to Survive this year did a really good job of sharing it. We all loved to hate Christian Horner.
Yeah, did he get much of a showing?
There was a lovely moment. There was a lovely moment when he read out a message from Toto after he'd been fired, and there was always obviously mutual respect there, despite them obviously not liking each other. I love to hate that guy. I think I said when we first started this podcast, my goal was to annoy Christian Horner so much that he actually mentioned us. And for now,
do you know what? He's not done, though. He's not done. It's maybe not this season, maybe not next, but he's coming back. His F1 journey is not complete yet.
Yeah. There was actually in Drive to Survive as well some clips. I've got a new goal because there was some clips from some other YouTube channels commenting on F1 on Drive to Survive.
So make some space, boys. Yeah, let us in.
Exactly. That is it. That's the new
it's only a
goal.
matter of time.
To get your little face or my big fat head onto Drive to Survive. Saying something profound or funny. We've got to up our game, mate.
We've got a better chance with funny, maybe not profound. The badger will get on mainstream TV. Wait, just you watch.
Yeah,
we can get our two meaty heads on our craniums.
Yeah,
but yeah, I tell you what, I'm really excited now. Though it felt like a really long winter. I know it technically isn't, but it felt like a really long winter. Weather in the UK has been pretty garbage, people, and dark, wet, overcast. Felt like I haven't seen sunshine in several months, and now everything's just starting to creep back to the sort of springtime, and F1's back, and sport in general is coming back, and I feel refreshed. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, what are you most excited about with this new season? What are you kind of looking at? Which team are you excited to see? What do you think they're going to do?
Oh, well, everyone who's seen any of the episodes so far know that both of us are complete Lewis fanboys, for right or wrong. We enjoy it. So I'd love to see Ferrari do a bit of a job this season, or at least.
And I noticed you've got the Ferrari red.
Yes.
Going on
back
behind
some credibility. I will try and adapt the lighting scheme. I told you the production value is fucking off the hook at the minute. So just you wait and see. I can do all the colour. You think of a colour, I'll do it. But I will follow the team. It'll give you a little clue every week, every race week, as to who I'm seeing as having a decent chance of victory. So a little game for viewers to play in the background.
Nice.
But
a little Easter egg for all those who are watching the first pre-race show of the season.
And it'll come back and burn me at the end of the season when we do a montage and I'm wrong on every single one of them. What am I looking forward to this season? I'm looking forward to the uncertainty. I'm looking forward to the fact that I don't really have when I sat down today and thought about my race predictions, I had hopes, but I genuinely don't have a clue as to how this is going to pan out. Pre-season testing shows some things, but it's never really reliable. The top 4 teams are still going to be the top 4 teams. I think that's fairly obvious. Might get 1 or 2 sneaking through on the odd race, which is fair enough. But beyond that, I don't know who's going to take advantage of the new regs. I don't know if Ferrari's pre-season form will translate to races. I don't know who's got reliability in the car. And yeah, I'm hopeful at this point in the season, but I just don't have a clue of how it will shake down. So when we sit there at stupid o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, and probably very similar for quali as well, I'll be sat there with not a blue clue what's going to happen during that race, and that excites me.
Yeah, I do have similar feelings. I think it's going to be really tricky to sort of figure out what's going on, and I think our predictions that we'll share momentarily will reflect that. One of the things that sort of struck me from Drive to Survive is, in the end, quite a lot of the rookies from last year had a pretty good season overall, and I'm actually quite. Obviously, we talk about the front runners quite a lot, and you're right. I think Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, McLaren are going to be the ones up at the front again. But I think the rookies from last year it's going to be interesting. I think you're going to see. I think Kimi Antonelli's starting to be ready. This is the season. If that Mercedes,
he's got a lot of promise.
Yeah, if that Mercedes is as good as people say, I think he needs to do something this season, and it'll be interesting to see where he gets.
That was the strongest cohort of rookies I've seen coming in a single F1 year that I can remember.
Like Oliver Behrman's performance in Mexico, that kind of when he got a 4th place.
He outdrove that car so many times last year, and it was actually some of the old boys or the ones that are coming to the end of their career that were propping up the back of the grid. And they, hopefully they'll feel a bit more confident this year. It's like Lando getting the duck off his back, getting his first title. Maybe that'll give him the self-confidence and belief and aggression that was perhaps lacking a little bit last season. But yeah, those guys did absolutely exceptional for their first season. I think they're going to have a really decent challenge. I would not be surprised if any of them podiumed at some point in the season. I think it's all up for grabs with the new regs.
But
I'd love to see them do well.
Now in an Audi as well with Hülkenberg. I think that's a nice little exciting thing to see. Audi back in F1, which we mentioned the other week. You got Cadillac with Checo and Bottas back, and Bottas is just in high comedy form. That guy is loving life. He's living life.
Tashing a mullet just makes life, and millions and millions of pounds, makes life pretty good, doesn't it? But I like him. I like his style. I like Valtteri. What's worrying you then? What's worrying you at the in terms of the season? I mean, there's a lot of there could be some really dull shit going down in terms of boosts and electric regeneration and overcomplication.
Like I said, I think my excitement has overtaken all that. I've just become like a proper fan again, and I'm kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt and see how the racing goes. But I think the sort of electric element, the almost 50% electric element, is not something that's going to make better racing. The boost button, which is kind of now replacing DRS for the overtake, this kind of, what's the stupid word they had for building the power up and getting some sort of like overclock or some stupid phrase.
I have PTSD with it, so I forced it out of my mind.
I mean, we've literally forgotten it already because it's not that interesting. So there's going to be a lot of electronic kind of shenanigans that might distort
super clipping.
Things.
Was it some of that shit?
Super clipping, yeah, it was.
Bullshit, Walter.
So stuff like that, but hopefully that'll blend into the background and it'll be the racing narratives that kind of take over. But
I sincerely hope so.
I think also there's going to be, excuse me, from testing, there's potentially going to be some quite big gaps on the grid. I think the front 4 or 5 teams are
run off
a second a lap faster at the moment than some of the ones towards the back, maybe even more. It's funny because Williams featured in Drive to Survive a fair bit, and Alex and Carlos had pretty decent seasons last season, and I would love to see them challenging. They've had not a great testing though, so
no, they had a stuttering start, didn't they? With not getting out in Barcelona. But to be fair, if you want 2 people behind the wheel that could get a car up to speed and developed fast, you could do worse than those 2.
That is very true. They are both really good drivers, I think. Shall we do some predictions? Because
let's do it.
To get this season kicking off. Last season, Whites took home the trophy. You eventually did deliver the trophy to him. Can you, before we do that, can you give it what's going to happen with? Is there a new trophy for this year? What's going to happen with that?
Well, if we've upped the production value, I mean, what can I do better than solid gold? A solid gold GOAT trophy. I'm happy to invest in another bigger, better trophy. Maybe we just stack it on an extra plinth every year, so it just keeps growing and growing until it's like a crazy American football or ice hockey trophy, and it's about 15 foot tall. Maybe we start doing things like that. But I'm happy to invest. I think, then it'll become a competition of how many world championships that we've got. Yeah. I will make it my mission to seek out and destroy a new trophy for 2026, because I think it's only right that White keeps his spoils of our inaugural season, even though it's got an asterisk against it because it wasn't a full season. We didn't do the podcast for a full season, so I'm ruining, I'm tainting his record already. I'm taking the shine off it. No, he's the undisputed world champion.
Because he was last year's winner. He's gone first. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah. Well,
so his predictions are as follows: Charles Leclerc on pole. He does like Charles. George, the bookies' favourite, at number 2. He's gone with Lewis at number 3, which is interesting. He's then gone for Max Verstappen 4th and Lando Norris 5th. I think that's a fair shout. I don't.
I'm astonished that he's put.
I don't think it's right, but
No. Well, that's the name of the game. I'm astonished. I think he's trying to throw a curveball against us. I'm astonished he's put Max behind Lewis. So that says to me he thinks Ferrari have got something this year.
I think part of what I gathered from the rest of our conversation today is that he believes in that Ferrari starting power that we saw in testing when Lewis went from like way back on the grid to the lead. I know there was gaps between the cars at that point, but it was a Mario Kart start. And I think his part of his predictions is based on that fact carrying through to Australia, which it'd be very cool if there was something like that happened. It would be very cool.
But it's a fair shout in the respect that if they do get the Mario Kart start, there is the argument that there's going to be some starting grid chaos. And if it's anything like last season, whoever makes it to the first corner first has got one hell of a chance to see it over the line to the end.
Yes, I agree. Go on then, give us your predictions. What are you going for?
Well, whilst he did post his first, I swear I would written mine down, and it changes slightly. But I do also have Charles for pole. I have
Ferrari. Yep.
Ferrari. I'm going Ferrari. I'm liking what they've done. I'm hoping as well. Still don't have a clue. And then Charles for the win, followed by George because I really fancy Mercedes this season. I just can't ignore that that pre-season pace by the Ferrari, and I like where Charles is with that car. Then after George, it goes Lewis, so I'm expecting him to podium on the bottom step. And then, unlike Brother White, I've flipped the last two on their head, and I've got Lando in fourth and Max in fifth. Never write off Max Verstappen.
Is putting him fifth not writing him off? Is that feels? It feels like both of you have written him off a little bit, to be honest. There, with fourth and fifth.
Yeah, well, this is why it'll come back to bite me, and I'll have an absolutely god awful start to the season points wise again. But yeah, I just don't know. He could get to the first corner and run away and be 30 seconds down the road by the end of the race. I just don't know.
Having said that, I've not done something that different. What? You just called me a fucking idiot on the podcast, and then said,
"Actually, mine's pretty similar."
I'm specifically talking about Max because I think I made a commitment last year to never write him off because some of the stuff he did last season was just extraordinary, and I doubt that he's got worse over the winter.
No.
So
I don't think he's lost any of his shine.
And certainly in testing, the Red Bull wasn't looking terrible.
Yeah, I mean, no, he can drive anything. Let's face it, he can absolutely drive anything. But yeah, I just want to caveat mine by saying I don't think Charles is a title contender. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it over the duration of a season. But that's a different conversation. So what have you done then?
Yeah, I've gone with my championship prediction, which was George Russell. So I'm going for George on pole and George for the win. I can't ignore the fact that Mercedes were looking so strong, particularly in the earlier parts of testing. I know Ferrari made some big gains as well. I just think that Mercedes is going to be quick, so I'm putting Kimi second.
Nice.
I'm then going to look. I've written Ferrari out of it for now because I kind of want them to be up there, like you said. I most definitely would be happy with. I most definitely want Lewis to win the race because we're Lewis fanboys, like you said. But I've gone and bet against my own guy, if you want. So
is this reverse psychology? So even if you don't get points, then you'll get the pleasure of seeing Ferrari do good.
Absolutely, it's win-win.
Love it.
So, and I think the McLaren start improved over testing. They were looking okay over testing. And Lando Norris is the world champion. I think we're going to see a new, improved Lando Norris this year. So I've put him third.
A bit more feisty.
Yeah, just more confident, more like comfortable in his own skin. And we've seen that so many times with certain champions.
A switch flicks, doesn't it? In many of them. But as soon as they've got that their dream, their absolutely life's ambition sorted, because the pressure, the anxiety associated with trying to get it the first time must be horrendous.
There's one bit in Drive to Survive, it was on the last race in Abu Dhabi, that Lando had to go and do like a sponsored dinner just not long before the race.
No. Yeah.
So all the sponsors were there having a nice posh dinner, and he had to go in and talk to them. And Zach Brown is introducing him to all the sponsors, and he has to do this little speech. And he sort of stood there and said, "Oh yeah, thanks for being here. Yeah, this is like the biggest day of my life."
I don't know why I'm in the room with you lot.
And I'm having to stand here talking to you lot.
Love it.
And it turned out to be true, didn't it? And he won. And I think we're just going to see a guy kind of his inner confidence, his inner pace,
just at ease with himself.
Yeah. So that's my prediction.
That's a delicious prospect, that, because we all know that if a relaxed Lando, just having fun in the car, is a fast Lando.
Absolutely. And then Max fourth. Having said that, I thought fourth was writing him off. I guess I've done the same thing. I've put him fourth. I've then gone for Oscar because we are in Australia. I was tempted to put Oscar higher. I think he's got some making up to do from when he span out last year.
Home team form, I can see the logic in that. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just still a little bit unconvinced by his pace and his capitulation at the latter part of last season after Azerbaijan.
He was matching Lando blow for blow pre-season, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, I just think at the end, what I saw.
Hello?
My up desk just moved.
Is this the production value we're talking about?
Yeah, shit.
The terror in your eyes.
The world's moving. After Azerbaijan, he kind of crumbled a little bit, and I think it's partly because Lando upped it, and I'm not sure Oscar is at that level. So, in a similar way to what you're saying about Charles Leclerc, and the fact about that level is that not everyone can be there, because
that's what makes it special.
There are only a few people that have ever won the F1 World Championship.
Yeah.
So there's been a history of very good drivers at that level. Very good drivers in F1 that are not at that level. Yeah. And there are certain people in F1 now that are that as well. We just don't quite know yet.
It isn't for everyone, and unfortunately, I think Charles and Oscar may be in the camp of it's not for you, boys. It's not for you. Again with Carlos Sainz, as talented as anyone else, but I just don't think he will ever be the world champion. Yeah,
and that's just the level, isn't it? That's what you're talking about. You're talking about the 22 best drivers in the world now, all trying to be number one. And there's one championship per year.
Yeah. To be fair, even if you don't win the championship, your consolation prize is to be a multimillionaire living the Playboy lifestyle with some of the most beautiful women on the planet. So it's not exactly the worst second prize, is it? Really?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying though. Is like we're criticising Oscar, we're criticising Charles Leclerc a little bit. We're not punching up here. These are people that live. They're literally living their dream, and their lifestyle is just exceptional.
And they'll have a very nice life, and they'll have a very nice career. And hopefully they'll prove us wrong, because I don't mind anyone winning on the grid except for Lance Stroll. He can never win.
I like success. It's a very un-British thing, but I'm a fan of success. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked about in a previous episode, like Tim Henman, not a fan.
No.
Like you said, like you said before, he had a hill named after him. The biggest loser, one of the biggest losers in British sporting history, got a hill named after him, and he's adored.
What's the hill doing for you now, Tim? not a lot. Not a lot, I bet.
Whereas Andy Murray was winning, and everybody hated him. I loved him.
But the Brits have you're exactly right, and it is a rare trait that you've got, because the Brits do love an underdog. Absolutely love the underdog story. And as soon as the underdog makes it to the top, we cannot wait to beat them down. We cannot wait to absolutely assassinate them from that point on. So yeah, we hate success in a big way. But no.
The other thing that the British people love is a moral victory, more so than an actual victory.
Yes,
like you take Max Verstappen, right, from 2021. That guy just wants to win. He doesn't care about the morals of 2021. He just won, and his life has gone from strength to strength since then. But do
you know what Max is? Max is a queue jumper. And that's not tolerable in the UK. That's what he did that season. He stepped in front. There's a line. Everyone could see the line. Everyone's queuing nicely. And he just went, fuck it, I'm going to the front. And kicked everybody out the way.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's not British, but nor is he.
So that's our predictions for the 2026
nice predictions.
Australian Grand Prix. Did you know, mate, there's 2 ways that you can consume this podcast.
I didn't know that. Let me know. How?
You can consume it on YouTube, where you can see the predictions that we're talking about right now. Or if you're listening, you could be listening on a podcast. And it's available in all your normal podcast places.
Is that the one where I have to use my mind's eye to see the predictions?
Yeah, but you just got to listen. You've got to have your ears open.
Pay some attention.
Where we told you about it before. So yeah, you've got a number of options.
Well, take your pick. How accessible is that?
I mean,
we're making it so convenient and easy for people to access. The least they could do is like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Like, yeah, it's what there's a button that you just press it, and then you press the bell, and it kind of then you
that sounds like hard work, but it really isn't, is it?
Hang on, let me just switch back over to the image viewer. You're then getting these 2 beautiful faces,
primo graphics,
into your feed.
Sex bombs.
Imagine that getting placed into your feed every week. Sometimes
for free.
2 or 3 times.
Do I have to pay for it?
Do you have to pay? No, it's completely free.
It's just
it's completely free.
It would just give away solid content. Anyway,
we're gonna get really big and make loads of money from advertising shit to you.
Okay. Yeah.
But they'll be credible. There'll be credible ads.
Nah,
or we might just do it. We might just tell the ad people to fuck off and just keep doing it for free.
Have we got ethics?
Who knows?
We'll see. We'll see what the paper stack looks like. my ethics have a price.
I think we both live quite humble lives, so we don't need a lot. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be back.
It's good fun. It's good fun. Let's sign off there. I think we will when we come back after the race on Sunday. Should we do it during the day on Sunday since it's an early one?
We might as well. We're going to be awake for 62 hours.
Yeah.
Are you going to get up then? Are you going to?
Actually... I'm going to get up. I can't not. Like, I'm so desperate to know. I'm so desperate to see it. It's
that's some pure commitment. Though. I like that.
I'm going to let F1 take advantage of me. As a European.
I'd like to think that I'm going to get up, but then I'll spy a nice bottle of red on Saturday evening.
The people will never know, mate, because you'll have watched it by 9 a.m. regardless, won't you?
Well, that's true. It's true.
Right. Thank you very much, everybody.
Nice work.
We will see you on Sunday after the race. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you then. Cheers.
See you there. Bye-bye.